on the TMZ Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton, and today on the podcast, I'm joined by my good friend, newsbreaker, lovemaker, Deven. Rall. How are you, Deven?
Good. Welcome back. You had a few days off, correct?
I
Before
did.
the holiday.
I did. Yeah, I've had a couple weeks off. Went to Colorado for 1 week, and I had a little staycation for the next.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good. You
Living
missed
it
me?
up. Yeah, I missed you terribly. I texted you every day.
I know.
Yeah.
I hear the podcast missed me too.
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know either. Didn't listen.
Wow.
I don't know.
You had to decompress?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
You have to remove yourself
Yeah,
from the
okay,
chaos
okay.
for a second. But now I'm back.
You listened to every episode and critiqued.
Oh, I loved it. All right. What do we got today? We'll talk about the Diddy aftermath because apparently he received a standing ovation when he got back to his cell,
Yeah, according to his attorney.
according to his attorney. We'll talk about... I'm going to tell you, Deven, about the biggest true crime thing happening in Australia right now because there's been...
No, you know what's funny about this? We
What?
talked about this.
Me and you did.
When I had a brief appearance on your Australian podcast and we did In the News.
Oh.
And we talked about this. So there's been a resolution.
Yes, my
Yeah.
Australian podcast, Big Down Under.
Yes.
It has a title.
Nice
So
plug.
people can click.
Nice plug. You see how I set you up? That
Yeah,
was an
nice
alley-oop
setup.
for you.
So I'll tell you, it's amazing true crime. To begin with, we'll talk about Cardi B, though, because she's having more relationship issues. We'll remind you we're live on YouTube, so if you're out there, please comment or ask questions or answer our polls. We love it, and we'll get to some of your comments there at the end. To begin with, Cardi B, she has wiped her social media clean of Stefon Diggs. She was with this guy a bunch. Like, she was very proudly sort of PDAing him all around the world. But I don't know what's happened over the weekend. Suddenly, he's nowhere to be seen if you look at her socials.
Yeah, so she is still following him, which that's
Okay.
a little telling to me. But yeah, I mean, she had posted, them snuggling on a boat. They rented out he rented out some extravagant castle for her. Did you see that?
No.
So she posted about that, which I believe was also deleted. Yeah, I mean, two things. I saw this coming from a mile away.
Oh, I mean,
I knew this would be. I mean, Stefon Diggs has quite the history with different women.
like maybe the biggest. He's known as like that guy of the NFL.
Yeah, there was like a super viral video that came out a while ago where when he was on the Vikings, they polled, like, it was just someone asking, like, who would you not want your sister to date? And every single person said Stefon Diggs.
Yeah.
So not shocking. Also, like, this is Cardi B, though. Like, she could be back with him tomorrow.
It's so pathetic though. Like, I genuinely like Cardi.
Oh, I love Cardi B.
Yeah, like, I'll be direct if I don't like the celebrity, but Cardi, something about her, like, I just genuinely like. But she keeps doing this to herself. And it was so obvious Stefon Diggs was going to...
I mean, he's a player.
He's a player, like, and I don't know, maybe their whole thing is very mutual. Like, she's moved on, he's moved on. Maybe they're just in the middle of an argument, but she's so sort of petty and immature and doing these, like,
she'll go on live and then
she'll
just
go on
go
live.
off.
She just, everything's for us.
Nothing's
you know what I mean?
nothing's private.
Nothing's I as someone who works for like a celebrity website,
I feel like you would like that, though.
I like when keep some things private. We don't need to know everything.
Because I know we're working on this morning, and so like what I was at least told by one person is that they're not officially broken up, and that to check back in later on in the week. So that just shows me something did probably happen, but maybe there's some chance of them getting back together. I don't know.
But they've never even said they were exclusive. Like, they will never.
I mean, if you rent out a castle for someone, you're exclusive.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But we never knew them as like boyfriend and girlfriend.
I mean, they've celebrated Valentine's Day together. They sat courtside at a Knicks game, I believe.
You've never celebrated Valentine's Day with a girl you're not dating?
Never.
No.
Are you kidding me?
You take her out to dinner? Like, it's that time?
No.
Oh, you were missing out back in the day,
because
bro.
if you celebrate Valentine's Day with a girl that you're just dating, she thinks it's like way more serious than it probably is.
Yeah, and the next day you tell her it's
Oh
not.
my God, you're a scumbag.
No, I'm joking.
You're a scumbag.
Joking. But I feel for Cardi, and also just Offset must be just giggling.
I mean, like I said, I saw this coming from a mile away, and I'm sure so did Offset. I think he was even seen, like, he was like playing this game too, which is so immature. He was like seen with one of Stefon Diggs' exes
As a joke.
at one point.
But I thought he's got a new girlfriend.
Dude, I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Cardi and Offset will probably be back together by the end of the week.
Very possible.
Yeah.
Very possible.
All right, let's move on to Diddy. I'd hoped we would move on from Diddy, but we want to let you know about some of the aftermath because it's been quite interesting, the reception Diddy's got both
You saw those people outside the courthouse? I know you were off, so I don't know how...
The people spraying out baby oil everywhere.
Yeah, and like celebrating like it was like a Super Bowl win. Bizarre.
It's so... This country and this world is so like, what team are you on? You know what I mean? Like things are teams rather than things can be gray and...
Also though, like you watch those videos and it also just shows like our society now. It's like people just do things for like social media.
Right.
Like everyone had a camera out. They had those like little steady, I don't even know what they are, but like what
gimbal.
What influencers have that hold their phone. It was like a sea of those. It's like, were they there to actually celebrate Diddy getting off or were they there to try to get like some clout off it?
Yeah, totally. Just there for the clickbait. You know, if I'd been in NYC...
You would have been there.
I would have been there.
I hope you wouldn't have been spraying baby oil.
Well, I mean, I think people just do whatever they got to do. Like, for a little Instagram...
Because some of those people got backlash and then they apologized after.
They had to apologize?
Yeah, crazy.
Like, for a little... Did I tell you this one day? For a little TikTok bit, I was considering doing... You know how Diddy talked about how... Well, his lawyers did, how he liked his burgers with applesauce on them?
Yeah, that's disgusting.
I was going to go try that, like... for TikTok.
You would have had to apologize, man.
Yeah, then I was told like it's insensitive to even do... I didn't know what you could do, you know, in terms of...
Yeah, I mean, I just think because of what he was being charged with, the fact that you're tasting his burger preferences, that's probably why. That's probably why they nixed it.
That's the advice I received when I was driving to go and get the burger.
Okay.
Well,
we'll never know.
So when Diddy got back to his cell, he got a standing ovation, apparently, from other inmates. So...
this is according to Mark Agnifilo, who is Diddy's attorney.
Does he have a reason to lie? I guess.
I mean, of course he does, because he wants to make it look like the
world is happy.
Massive victory, and like his whole argument was that like, oh yeah, they got into his like bedroom police, but he didn't do any of these crimes, and they got him off in one of the biggest trials of our generation.
Well, I mean,
essentially,
it is. They'll probably, if they were clapping, they'll probably clapping because one of us beat one of them, or one of us beat the government.
So it's like they're a team in there.
I think so. You know how many people? You know what percentage of is it defendants? Is that what you say? Yeah. Lose against like the feds?
Oh yeah.
Isn't it like 99 point something percent?
I don't know the exact math.
So if one of you guys, no matter what he did,
you're like, that's a huge win.
I guess you think it's one of us.
But yeah. Also, they might just be bored in there.
Yeah, I think they're bored.
Like he comes back and it's just like something to do.
It's fun to shout.
Yeah, it is. It is. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be very, very interesting to see because obviously he got, his sentencing hearing isn't, at least as of now, isn't until October.
Right.
So he still has to hang out with all these people for 3 more months.
He must be kind of no, he wants to get out, I'm sure. But
I'm sure he wanted.
But these are like, do you think he's going to go to prison, see prison time?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
definitely.
No, he definitely will.
Okay.
I was talking to the lawyers about it. I think they were saying, and our lawyers aren't the best, but that they think he's going to get 5 to 6 years.
Okay.
He's already served a year. He'll get out because it's nonviolent crimes early, so he will see some prison time, but nowhere near what he was facing.
And also, the Diddy alternate juror is speaking out. He's trying to get, it must suck to be on the sidelines the whole case. You're not a real juror if you're an alternate juror. So this guy is the one juror that's speaking up out of all of them.
None of them have spoken.
Except for the alternate
because he finally wanted his day in the sun.
He did. You know it's just so funny that the alternate is the one speaking up.
I know.
But basically he's saying that, baby oil was used as like a metaphor for Diddy. Like, that it was the thing that was supposed to tie Diddy to everything, paint him as a criminal freak, but it didn't work.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people felt that way. Obviously, the jury did that. They tried to paint him as this like really bad guy with all this all the crazy sex stuff and whatnot. But people just felt like the prosecution didn't do a good enough job actually proving the serious crimes he committed here. So
okay,
George, the juror named George.
Time for True Crime Australia.
Oh, this is
True Crime Australia.
This is a pretty wild.
One of the biggest cases we've had in a while has wrapped up. The lady was found Guilty or not guilty? What did you think? Oh, let me tell you about the case, okay?
Yeah.
So her name's Erin Patterson. In 2023, she had a lunch at her home where she invited all of her husband's relatives over. Well, his parents and his aunt and uncle. She was estranged from her husband at the time. They weren't getting on. But
So why did she invite his parents?
she said she had cancer, or there was some like cancer diagnosis she wanted to tell them. She didn't. It turns
Her
out
in-laws?
so she invited them around. That the estranged husband couldn't make it. She serves them beef Wellington with mushrooms,
Okay.
and all but one of them die.
How did the one person survive?
Somehow the guy must have not eaten enough of the
Okay.
death cap mushrooms.
Wasn't very hungry.
Also, she survived as well. She was at the lunch too, and she said
but she didn't have an appetite.
She had diarrhea. She said she just got diarrhea.
Okay, if you say you have diarrhea, you can never question that.
True.
Like, how are you ever going to prove
That's
that?
a good one to if you want to call that at work.
Like,
Sick.
I had diarrhea. It's like, okay, very
Right,
well.
right.
Very well.
Well, she survived. The in-laws didn't except one. She was found guilty. She was found guilty.
Wait, I thought you said I was going to guess.
Okay.
Guilty.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. It took the jury 7 days to deliberate, which is crazy. You know what I mean? Usually, if they're guilty, it's kind of quick, but they deliberated for 7 days.
Time.
The woman didn't have. She threw away her mushroom dehydrator, which was a big piece of evidence. She just thrown it.
That makes you look very sketch.
Yeah, and said that she never even had one.
Okay, that's.
She's a forager, but true crime AU is just killing it. And also, I mentioned this story to plug. We've got hot new episodes of Big Down Under podcast
Really?
out. Yeah.
Tell me.
Tash Sultana, she's one of the best Australian musicians.
Yep, seen her at Coachella.
Did you really?
The guitarist, right? Doesn't she play guitar?
She plays everything, actually.
Yeah, she's like a solo act,
She's
right?
like a one-man band.
Yeah, no, I saw her
She
at
loops
Coachella.
things.
She's insanely good.
She's insane. And also, I had Australia's leading pediatrician.
Really?
His name is Dr. Golly. Talked about baby stuff.
Wow, that's perfect.
It was-
That'll be a perfect episode for me to watch. For sure.
It's already out, Deven.
Well, I know what I'm doing when I get home.
And Ellie Gonzalez comes out tomorrow, like a sort of an influencer model. Have you heard of Ellie Gonzalez? She was in a famous Super Bowl ad over here.
Not.
I bet you've.
I probably will. I'll have to look into it.
I think you'll describe her as a treat.
Oh, she's a treat. I would probably recognize her.
You probably would. All right, let's read out some of your comments now. Shamarion Tibbs says Cardi's got an album coming that gets people to talk.
Yeah, no, I heard someone in the office had this same theory this morning that she's just trying to do this to get some public headlines.
But she does it so much as like Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Yeah.
Logan Bremerman says, don't think I can feel bad for either of them, honestly. Nah, they'll both be fine.
They'll both be great.
They're having sex with someone else right now. Deidre.
Stefon is for sure.
Yeah. Deidre. How do you pronounce that? Deidre?
Deidre Hughes.
Cardi is a good mum, but she needs a good wild man to keep to hold her down. You know, I don't understand it why they can't compromise with her.
Wait, why would she
Want a wild man?
Yeah, a good wild man is like
Stefon Diggs is a wild man.
a very wild man.
Yeah,
I
too
feel like
wild.
she needs a more domesticated animal.
Yes.
She's got kids.
Yes, true. Craven 2 says Cardi needs to look into dating a different type of man. Really? Well, there you go, Deven. Are you
Thank
Craven 2?
No, I am not, but I agree with Craven.
Diddy, on the Diddy case, Art Deco Rose says, I am team treat others with compassion, not baby oil. I wonder
Go ahead.
if baby oil stocks have like gone up since all of this. Is this good for Johnson & Johnson or not? Like,
I mean, at the very least, people are buying it and spraying it on each other.
what do you use baby oil for a baby?
I don't know. Oh, for a baby.
But what do you do on a baby with it?
I have a baby. I have no baby oil.
I don't
you?
know, but I don't know what the baby oil is used for the babies.
It's gotta-
Lather them up for something.
It's got to be to like protect their skin in some.
But then I use just
right?
moisturizer types.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I have plenty of that.
We need to get to the bottom
also-
of what baby oil is
And
for.
also, yeah. I have no idea. Does that make us bad parents? I don't know.
Maybe. Marcy P, welcome back, Charlie Cotton. We all missed you. Good morning, Deven Rall. Have an awesome 4th.
Hope you had an awesome.
I hope you had an awesome 4th. I was
Yes.
gonna say
Mine was very great.
mine was very great, just baby stuff.
I ran a 5K.
You're still exercising?
Yeah, man.
You're a dad
I
now.
care about my health.
You're a dad
I'm
now.
a dad now. Exactly. I want to be there for my child.
Oh, just live a little. We had a poll on the live as well. Do you think Cardi and Stefon are Splitsville For good or not good? What do you think people thought?
I would say probably no, but
I'd say no too, but
Yeah.
no lost. People think they asked Splitsville for good. So
I guess I could see Cardi wanting to get back with him and Stefon Diggs not being down.
she's just ride or die, isn't she?
She really is, and I mean, this is gonna continue on. Like,
Right.
something else is gonna happen, and then she's gonna go on live and talk all about whatever he did.
Yeah.
and-
Say less, Cardi. I don't usually say it to people, but just say less.
I love Cardi though.
Yeah, shout out.
I
to
actually,
Nicole.
it's funny because I agree with you. Say less, but I also love how she just like puts it all out there.
She's
and
authentic.
speaks her mind.
She's authentic, but
Exactly.
sometimes it's just like, I wish I could tell her, like, all right, we don't need to hear all that. She shows so much negative emotion towards people she doesn't like that shows she still cares about them. And I'm like, you can play this better.
Maybe she just needs to get it off her chest though.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, we covered a lot of ground.
We did. It was great to have you back in the office.
Thank you, D. Rall.
Thanks, man.
And we'll see you guys here tomorrow.
Later.